Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I wanted to show you some experimenting you can do with your watercolor products to sort of create new products. So if you're doing a no-buy or a low-buy art supply, or you're just looking for additional motivation and inspiration, or you have some art supplies sitting around that you haven't used in a while, I hope this video inspires you to pick them up and try some things. So what we're going to experiment with is we're going to use Coors Cobalt Teal. We're going to use Kiritake Gansai Tambi in the Cobalt Violet. We are going to use Winsor Newton Cotman in Alizarin Crimson Hue. And we are going to combine them. I also have a Caran d'Ache Supercolor watercolor pencil in grass green. And here I have a Nitman Vine Charcoal and a Black Wing Graphite pencil. This one is 2B. Now, I also have a 6-well plastic pan that I use for backpacking and camping and traveling. This is part of my travel watercolor supplies. These are very budget. So what I want to show you is something you can do. So I am going to take my, let's hope I can find all my supplies. Now I have a nail file. You can use an emery board, you can use sandpaper, and I'm going to grind the graphite in these wells. And I have it pretty zoomed in. I really hope you can see this. And we're going to sort of create a faux, Sumi, sort of a Derwent tinted charcoal. We're going to create some of these really popular products that people are purchasing right now. We're going to create our own without buying any. So we are going to, and you can see I'm having graphite come into this well. This is a very fine-toothed fingernail file, different levels of grit. I mean, you could even break off pieces and use a mortar and pestle if you have one of those in your kitchen. That would also work for grinding. One caveat I have to say about combining different products into watercolors is please don't put the then combined product into a fountain pen. The particle size is going to be too big and it's going to ruin your pen. So the first one we're going to experiment with is the Supercolor. And this grass green is very bright and it's very vibrant. It's a lot of fun, and I want to show you what that kind of looks like without any product in it. And this video may run long, I am not sure. So here is a little green heart with the Caran d'Ache Supercolor. Now, bright colors are fine, they're lovely, but if you're in the mood for something a little bit more moody and you want to create some darker colors, what you can do, I'm going to break the tip here and I'm going to crush it. And I'm going to create my own green. Now, this isn't going to be the most light, fast, and probably stabilized product just because of the lack of gum arabic as the tree sap binder. But this is a way to experiment and double the amount of color you have. And I'm just adding a little bit more color. So I am breaking down the green and I am putting it with the graphite and I'm creating my own mixture. Now you could use like a dip pen, a glass dip pen for something like this if you wanted to work on calligraphy or lettering for a project and you just don't have the green you're looking for. You can absolutely make one. And this is very much a grayish green that you can achieve from combining products. You can even add a little bit more green if you like. But it totally changes the look and the feel, and it looks more like sort of that Boko Undu Sumi watercolor pan set, something like that. Now I'm going to take And I may not have time to try all my different paints, but we'll see what we can get done. So here is charcoal, and I am wetting my Gansai Tambi in violet. This one isn't the most light fast, but it is very vibrant and it is very, very beautiful. So this one typically, it's a very bright, beautiful color. Now, if we want to create a whole new color, and this already has the binder in it, so you don't have to buy gum arabic if you're already mixing these products with a watercolor. And now we have something a little bit more earthy, a little bit more plum. That is very, very beautiful. We've created a whole new color. And we can keep going with that process with the different paints. It obviously works for tube, for pan. These plastic sort of palettes with wells aren't the best for watercolor. Traditionally, you want porcelain. So some of these pigments can be highly staining to plastic. I would recommend when you go to clean a plastic pan, palette pan like this, that you use a magic eraser. They work great. So here is, and here's my set. Here's my Winsor Newton Cotman travel set that I have, that I take with me because it's lightweight, it's plastic. It works great. So here's the alizarin and crimson hue. Very beautiful. I'm just going to combine some in here and create a richer, darker color. This would be so much fun for sketchbooks, for little projects, for journaling, for spicing up old supplies that you just don't feel inspired with. All right. And again, you can do graphite and you can do charcoal. Obviously the charcoal is much easier. It's a little less time consuming. I have time constraints because of my video allotment for my camera, but both of them work great. So here is, and I'm going to use the Core Cobalt Teal, and this one, because of the type of binder, it really blooms out. But I want to show you what it looks like traditionally. So here is what it looks like. Very bright, very vibrant. Now I am just going to add a scotch to there. And then I'm going to try and make sure all this is on camera and get the lid back on so I don't lose my lids. That is one thing I do lose on my desk, is little lids. Okay. Add some water. And we can get a very earthy. So you don't have to buy the Derwent sort of tinted charcoal set. You can tint all the watercolors and watercolor products you own. You can tint your colored pencils. Again, this may not, because of the binder of the, it's a different type of binder that's in a pencil that's in the pans and tubes. This may transfer a little bit. You may need a little bit of spray fixative, but you can double the amount of product you have by adding charcoal and really expanding on that. So if you want to then go and mix your Winsor Newton with your core and see what kind of beautiful brown you get. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh. You can do that, and you can get as many colors as your imagination is the limit to. So I really hope this gave you an idea for just creating and experimenting for fun, for curiosity. You know, maybe it'll inspire you to create a completely different new project if you're looking to try something like that. All of these watercolors mix so well together that it's just, It's lovely. You just keep going with the mixtures. And this would even be fun to add to super granulating watercolors to see how that affects sort of the divide between the two. I hope this helps. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.